Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. It is so good to see you and to be here in front of you today and to have one of our wonderful check-ins that we all love so much and to be here with each other right now on Easter Sunday in the United States. If you're somewhere else around the world, then it might be a different time. Some of you guys had Easter Sunday yesterday, but in the United States, it's Easter Sunday today. So let me know how you are and where you're tuning in from. It is so good to see you. Yesterday, we had the most beautiful day. We were gardening and making gardening pots in the yard and doing all of these things. And we're going to have Derek's all excited to be he's gardened before. I've never gardened. It's new for me, but we were doing that all day and now it's snowing outside. It's snowing like crazy. So that's Colorado for you. But hello, good morning. Happy Easter, you guys. It's Easter Sunday, and no matter where or how you celebrate, if it's Passover or just another beautiful Sunday to be alive and to be here with each other, we have so many reasons today to be grateful and to celebrate, and I am so happy to be here with you. Thank you so much. So this, I wanted to show you guys my dress because I talked about it yesterday real quick, and then we're going to get to the business of what we're going to talk about, but Here's my dress that I wanted to show you that has the cute bow. It's all about the back of it on this one. But I got this a while ago because I was going to wear it on Easter. And Easter is looking a little bit different for our family, a lot different for our family today. But you can still wear the pink dress with the bow no matter what, and you can always celebrate Easter no matter what. So a lot of you are now popping on here, so I'm going to let you know immediately the good news. And the good news is my father was able to come home. He is currently home next door recovering. And he was able to come home because he had several days where they were able to keep his temperature under control and his oxygen under control. He is on full-time oxygen right now, recovering at home and on medications and antibiotics in the morning and at night that he will be on for I think at least a week, but he recovered enough that he was able to come home. So my dad is home. And for him, I didn't want them to release him prematurely, of course, but I also wanted him to be able to come home because my dad has never been, he's never been sick in his life except for like dental surgeries that made him have to stay home. He's never been sick health-wise ever. So this was just so hard for him to be there. And then of course, everything that started to happen with my mom, he just wanted to be home, but I didn't want them to send him home too early. And so he did get to come home and he has been home recovering next door. I have been dropping off really good nutritional shakes that are just full of all kinds of good things for his health. And I have been dropping him off on the doorstep and he's been coming down and getting them. And I've been dropping him off a couple times a day. And it is so good to just know he's next door and to just have his presence there. And I am so grateful. You guys, there is to be home and on your road to recovery. You know, this virus, unfortunately, it goes two ways with people. I feel like, and from what I've seen, either you take a turn for the worse and you kind of keep headed in that direction, and then or you recover and get better. And the most important thing to focus on and for us to remember is the amount of recoveries. So when you hear about a coronavirus, somebody getting it doesn't automatically mean that they're going to die. In fact, most people, they do make it through, especially a lot of people. I've heard so many wonderful stories of recovery from people that are over 100 years old that have recovered, and people in their 90s and in their 80s and all kinds of things that have recovered. So the doctors out there are so great, you guys. There was not one There was not one moment during this entire thing that I wasn't just so grateful. Yes, this week and these last couple days have been extremely challenging physically and mentally, but I remembered and I knew every single moment that this is for my family and for my time. This is my time to rise and to take care of my family and my life. And I was just so incredibly grateful. From even the moment that I had to take my mom in the car, which Derek was there to help me and get her to the hospital at 2 a.m. We had a hospital, we had a car, we had gas in the car, we have a heated house. There's just so many, no matter what is happening that can be challenging or hard, there's always a spot where you can be so grateful. So I have just been through all of this so incredibly grateful to be here next door, to be able to assist and to help. I am so thankful that I don't live in another state, and I know that is the reality for a lot of people. So for what has been happening for my family, I feel like I could not be in a better position to be the person to help. My brothers have also been so great, and of course Derek has been so great. So hi you guys, good morning. I know a lot of you are just now tuning on to the video, and happy Easter, happy Sunday. So I want you to know that I am, even though it's been hard, I have never once felt sorry for myself. I have never once felt like I don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this, but you know what I mean? I never felt sorry for myself. I just looked at what was happening and tried to make the next best move for what was happening and the best decision for my family, and to stay calm. The day that I had to reschedule our live update, which I don't ever do that and reschedule things. You guys know I'm always there when I say I'm going to be. I got home at 7 a.m. And to have both of my parents there and to be dressed in the hazmat suit and to be going through the hospital because I had both parents there, it was a moment. It was a scary time for me, and it was scary for our whole family. And to bring my mom there, it was sad to leave her, but I was just so relieved to have her there as well, in the hands of people that knew what was going on. I had her here the entire week. My best friend is a physician, and I was checking in with her repeatedly, monitoring my mom's heart rate, her breathing rate, taking good care of her. She was eating just fine. And I just, but I knew something was wrong. And in my care, she fell multiple times. And that was with me trying to guide her and hold her up. So there was something going on internally that I just knew. And at 2 a.m, we just decided to take her. Both of my parents have tested positive, and a lot of you have asked and sent emails and wondered, have you been tested? For me, and for what has been available to me when I have asked, contrary to whatever you hear on the news or what is available in your state or whatever, I cannot get tested unless I am admitted or showing signs of the virus. They will not test me. I was in the hospital with both of my parents there. I said I have been the caretaker for both of my parents for the last week. Can I get tested? And they wouldn't test me. Angela said, why was she fainting? No, she wasn't fainting. She fell. She lost her balance. And that was with me trying to hold her up. When somebody is just falls and they're like dead weight and they're not trying to help you can. So I kind of like fell with her a few times and I broke the fall. She was never hurt, but I am also not a skilled nurse, and I did a really good job taking care of her. But when somebody needs professional care, I feel like you need some training there, and I am a natural caretaker, but I am not a skilled nurse. So the few times that she fell, I was able to get her back up and gently do what I needed to do, but it was becoming impossible, and I wasn't able to do it by myself. And Derek was also here to help, but it was becoming, I wasn't able to do anything. It was 100% a full-time job. And you just, when you know people really well, you just know something is going on. And I wrote, "Are you sick?" a few times on a piece of paper, and she did circle the yes, and you just know. But she didn't have all the signs that you read about online. So anyway, as you can see, hi, you guys. For those that are just tuning on, I'm going to show you. Look at my bow. It's such a cute Easter dress. I'll have Derek take full-length pictures in front of the house, even though it's snowing, but I still have my Easter dress on. For those that are just now tuning on, to reiterate, my father is home recovering. Thank God, you guys. My parents got married when they were teenagers. My dad was 17 and my mom was 19 when they got married. My mom has been the heart of the family, but my dad has been the rock of the family. And this has absolutely rocked our family. And it has been such a wake-up call to the fragility of our lives and our health and how important it is to take care of yourselves. Nobody expected this. Nobody expected this. From the beginning, you just don't know. And so our lives they can just change. And so you try to control everything that you can control. You have all these plans. My dad, he's always just had everything buttoned up. My dad wears overalls every single day because he doesn't want to have to think about anything else like getting dressed in different clothes. He wears overalls every day so that he can concentrate on his business and get up and have his routine and do what he does every day. He's like that kind of guy. So to have his world rocked where he just was like, you can't control when your health is taking you in another direction. And when all of that happens, then you start to think, oh my gosh, I would be so grateful for just a normal day where I could get up and get in my car and go to work. And you just start to become so incredibly grateful for hugs and for being able to go to the grocery store and to take care of your family and just do all of these normal things. And I know that we're all feeling that way. This is affecting this entire world. And one of the things that I have enjoyed seeing about our humanity is that we're letting everything go and we just care about each other. I have received just so much support from you guys, and I thought about if I should share it at all. And I didn't know if it was the right choice to share it or not, because I didn't want to create any more hysteria or worry or panic or anything like that by sharing that it has affected my family. I think and I hope that it was the right decision to share, because I truly believe in the power of prayer and support. And you guys have been praying and supporting and sending love and light and asking for help from your divine being, whoever that is, for our family. And I am so extremely grateful. So I think it was the right decision to share. But I want you to know that I didn't want to create a dialogue of hopelessness or for you guys to be scared by it or anything like that. So thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you for being here with me and for caring. You guys care so much. And the day that I did not do my live update, I know that it affected you in a way that you were very worried about me. And I didn't want that at all. But that day, when both of my parents were there, I was on and off the phone with social workers because they assigned me 2 social workers because both my parents were there, and on and off the phone with doctors all day. And then, of course, you guys, it took a toll to where I just needed a release and to just cry. Sometimes having a good cry is just what you need to do. And so I was in and out of like just tears, and I was tired, and there's just no way that I could have gone on a live video that day. I think if I had gone on a live video the way that I looked and felt, it would have created a conversation and a feeling out there that I did not want you guys to have. And so thank you so much for understanding. It's important for me when I come in front of you to be a voice of comfort and a video of comfort, and that's what I want. I always want my message to be loving and kind and fun and comforting, and I never want to create a message that is anything that isn't. So thank you guys for your support and understanding. A couple of you have asked, so the big question about have we all been tested, and that is no. We cannot get tested until we have signs, until we are sick, until we are admitted. I have inquired many times and I cannot get a test. The good news is that I truly believe that I am immune, because I was around my dad plenty before he went to the hospital, and then I have been literally taking care of my mom's every physical need for a week. So there's just no way that I wouldn't get some kind of transference from that, from wiping her nose and just doing everything that she needed to do. So I believe that I am immune, because the day after my mom was in the hospital, you start to get, you start to think like, oh, am I getting it? Like, I just coughed. Does that mean I'm getting it? And I started to kind of like go down that road, and then I was like, absolutely not. I'm not letting myself go there. So what I did is I just used my positive affirmations, where I just kept saying over and over, you have a healthy body. You are strong. And I just kept saying to myself, Rachel, you are a strong, healthy woman. And I just reminded myself over and over, you have a good immune system. You have been taking care of yourself. Guys, I have been just making sure to drink plenty of water. I have not had any kind of alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant, and it also depresses your immune system. And so I've seen all of these things online where people are talking about having quarantinis and stuff like that. And that might work for them, but for me, I didn't want to do anything that would compromise my immune system or compromise my mental capacity. I wanted to be there 100% to be able to make the next best decision for my family. When I talked about in my last video of how we are going to get through this and how we are going to transcend this, we are going to get through it. And no matter what was going to happen with my parents, I knew that I was going to make sure to make the next best move for my family. Hi, everybody that's tuning in. Thank you for being here. It's Easter Sunday. We have so much to be grateful for. And I wanted to stay clear and strong, and I still do. And so lots of vitamins. But also on the flip side, I wanted to just tell you guys real quick, because we talk about eating really healthy food. Yesterday when we got up, the only thing I wanted to eat for breakfast was chocolate peanut butter cup perfection ice cream. And do you know what? I thought about it, and I haven't had ice cream for breakfast in, I can't tell you how long, you guys. I try to stay, I watch what I eat and all kinds of things, but I just was like, I'm just going to have it. And so once in a while, if you just want to have, they call it comfort food for a reason. If you just want to have some comfort food and just sit down and have whatever it is, even at 8 a.m. in the morning, have your ice cream, then just do it. It felt good. It was like I didn't have to say no, and I just had it, and it was fun. And I don't regret it. So take care of yourself, no matter, whatever that looks like for you. So if that's having fun with your dolls, or reading a magazine, or reaching out, and just knowing that when you are consuming information or looking at something, I think about when you're looking at the news or whatever, think about, it's important to stay informed, but then also when you start looking and looking and looking at the same stuff, ask yourself, how is this serving me? And so when both of my parents were in there, it did not serve me to go on the news channels and to read all these stories about all the people that were dying. It didn't serve me to do that. What it did serve me to do was to read the stories about recovery and the recovery rate and all of the success stories and all of the happy things that are happening in this world and all of the wonderful ways that people are helping each other. So do that. And I know you guys are doing that, and you guys are so awesome. So happy Easter. My mother is still in the hospital. She is still stable. She has not gotten any worse. And so that is such a good sign. For us, it was a little bit difficult in the beginning because we tried to get tested. We called a few times about our symptoms and things like that. And we were told on the phone they weren't symptoms of coronavirus, but they ended up being. And both of them were positive. It's not, suspected or whatever. They're both positive. And so my biggest advice is to go with your gut, because like with my mom, I just knew I needed to take her in. I sat there and I was like, it's 2 a.m. Should I take her at 6 a.m.? Like, what should I do? Or if I take her next week, will the hospital be too crowded? And I started to think of all the different things, and I just said, no, I'm going. I have a car. We have, a hospital. We have all these things. Just go. And I'm so glad that I did. So for you guys know your bodies more than anybody. You know your body. And I pray that none of you guys get this. It is not, it is not the flu. I have been firsthand witnessing what it does and what it is. And if we all make it through, we are the lucky ones. And we have so much to be grateful for and happy about, because there are a lot of people that are dealing with this. And when I start to think about the people that are affected and those that are just maybe don't have the resources that my family has, it becomes overwhelming, and you start to really, really feel for those people. I have continued to donate to Meals on Wheels because I just think about the older people that can't get out and get food, and I'm so grateful for different things and all the people that have risen to help and to do whatever they can do. Even if you can only take good care of yourself, remember what I said. That's what the world needs. A good and whole you. That's what the world needs. So, dear friend, you keep taking good care of yourself. Sometimes we get overwhelmed worrying and thinking about everyone else, and we want to help and we want to fix everything else in the world. But for me, when all of this started happening, I had to stop worrying about everything else and really just worry about what was going on right here and to do the things that I could do. So as soon as I got my mom home, I came back here and we cleaned everything. We washed everything. We've been so diligent. We were diligent the whole time, but then we continue to be diligent and to do everything that we're supposed to do. So I am just so thrilled that my dad is better and home recovering. It was a moment for me to be in that, outfit and to have both of them there. And it was like walking through, it was like a nightmare to have that happening, and to just have the social workers calling me. And, I felt so supported though. The social workers and the doctors, for everything that they are going through, for the amount of cases that they are dealing with and the amount of assignments that they have, they were on it. I got a caseworker right away. They called and gave me resources and direct phone number. The social worker gave me her cell phone number to call in case that I was feeling overwhelmed or didn't have my support system. I wanted to let you guys know real quick that when the social worker called and she wanted to ask and make sure that I had a strong support system, I said I absolutely do. I have my family, and I said, but I'm a doll influencer, and I have a lot of friends on Facebook actually that have been a huge support system to me. So I want you guys to know that even though I didn't reach out to you on Thursday, I told the social worker about you guys and that I had you. So I was like, it was funny. I told them about you. So because you guys are so real to me, and it is absolutely, you have been walking with me down this path from the beginning, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you. Thank you for being there with me. I hope that we can continue to be there for each other. This morning, I sent out, if you're on the virtual convention mailing list, I sent out a cute illustration by Diana Viding that shows Murray popping out of the egg. Okay. You guys, don't laugh at him because the clip and curl is closed. The clip and curl is closed, but here is your Easter Murray, and he loves you so much. Here's his little butt. Yes, it kind of looks like he did when he was popping out of the egg. So there's your little Murray, and then we also sent out a coloring page that's got Murray and the big mamas out hunting for Easter eggs that you guys can color and stuff like that. So I hope we can just continue to do what we're doing. You guys are so amazing. I was prepared for the amount of feedback I would get, but it was way more than I could have imagined. And you guys have a way with words. You always tell me how much I help and how I have a way with words. You guys have an incredible way with words. Your insight and your support and just the way that you guys deal with things, I think is just absolutely beautiful. You guys are amazing people, and man, have you had my back. You guys have had my back. Marcy just said our health workers are the real heroes. They work so very hard. Yes, Marcy, that's the thing, is like, I never was like, I thought, yes, Rachel, you are tired. I was very tired because the 2 nights before I took my mom to the hospital, I was up one of the nights 6 times with her. And so if you've raised children, you know what that's like. And it was kind of like that, but harder because she was a full-size human being and I didn't know what was going on and it was just scary. But I was tired, all of these things. But it's nothing compared to the health workers that are out there on the front lines dealing with these people. When I was there with my mom and these 2 wonderful nurses came in and they just did everything, you guys. I was just sitting there just so relieved that they were taking care of her. And I was just looking at them in awe. I just thought they were such beautiful human beings. I was just looking at their braids and their masks and looking at their eyes, and I couldn't see their faces, but I was like, you guys are so beautiful. The doctors were beautiful. The x-ray guy was beautiful. Everybody that came in was beautiful. I had like 8 people at 3 a.m. helping me. And that was just absolutely amazing. So I will continue to keep you guys informed. The biggest relief right now is that my dad is home recovering. He's on full-time oxygen. You guys, this did a number on his lungs. If he gets off of oxygen, and he's never been on oxygen or never had an issue before, if he gets off oxygen for like 20 minutes, it goes down to 70, 75. Hey, so, I mean, it's going to take, I have to keep telling him, Dad, you must lay low and make getting better your top priority, because you don't want to take 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. And he agrees. So he's been laying low and just doing a lot of reading and staying on his oxygen. And I have been bringing him the shakes, and I'm making sure he's eating and just getting his intestinals back on track too, because he didn't eat regular food for 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks. I made shakes that had a lot of like full fat peanut butter in them and coconut oil and things that had a lot of fat and calories to make sure that he was getting the calories and stuff like that. And so I know that helped a lot, but it's gonna be a road. My dad called it, what did he call it? He said, this has just been a bitch. But it has. And so he's been strong and he's been good. People have asked, do you know where you got this? And that's really tough to say, because a lot of people got it just going about their normal lives, and it can be in you for a while, a long time before you show symptoms. So he's never out in big crowds. He just did normal things. So it's tough to say. Caroline said, is Dad going to have a visiting nurse keep on the O2. Yes, he will stay on the oxygen until he can get off the oxygen for an extended period of time, and it stays at a healthy rate. Right now, he needs full-time oxygen. Is he going to have a visiting nurse? Not at this point. I am keeping tabs on him from a distance, and he knows his body. We've now been through it, and so he knows that if he has these feelings again, we're going to go straight back to the hospital and straight back, because we have heard of people getting better and then getting worse or whatever. I don't think the doctors let him go prematurely. I think that they have been doing good. Marcy said, your dad sounds like a great person who loves his family. He sure does, you guys. Like I said, they got married when they were teenagers. My dad has always been a great dad. He never stepped out on us. He never didn't do everything. He paid for our schools. He just did everything, and he's just done a wonderful job. Ann says, what about mom? So you guys, mom is a little bit harder of a situation, because she has what they call underlying issues or comorbidities, which is co-issues. Because of her Alzheimer's and things like that, there's just other issues into play. I do not, right now, as of today, and I usually get a call around 11. I don't know if I'm going to get one today. I'll definitely get one tomorrow. She has remained stable. She has remained the same. And whatever is going to be with this, it's out of my hands. It's in God's hands, and it's in the hands of the doctors, and it's in the hands of someone other than me. So I am letting it be and making the best decision that I can for my life. On Thursday, I started to torture myself after I left her at the hospital, and I was like, oh man, okay, so on Wednesday, that time that I could have been, because there was a few times that I never lost my cool or lost my temperature, but as temperament, but as a parent, sometimes you just get a little, it just becomes hard. And there was one point where I was going to say, and I was trying to say, Mom, can you just sit down? Because she wouldn't sit down, but I didn't say, Mom, can you just sit down? But I said, Mom, could you? And then I stopped myself right there. And then I collected myself and just calmly got her to what I needed to do. But I was about to go there. And then I started to feel guilty for even having that much. And I started crying, and and then I just was like, no, Rachel, you have done literally everything you could do. You couldn't have done it better. Don't torture yourself. Don't torture yourself. Think about all of the good things that you have done and all of the positive things that you have done. And so when your mind starts to go there, guys, you have to bring it back. You have to bring it back out of there. So I don't know when my mom is going to be home. But she hasn't gotten worse, which means I don't think that she is going to die from this. There was a point where I was looking at, are both my parents going to die from this? And that was a very sobering time. I know my dad's going to be okay and survive. So thank God. Thank God. Because to have that happen and to just have this be his time, guys, it would have been the worst. It would have been, it's the worst for anybody, but man, so, this can happen to any family. This can affect anybody. We've seen that. The best thing that you can do is just continue to take care of yourself. Don't do anything silly. I know you guys are not, but it is real. And throughout all of it, I've just been so grateful for you guys, and so grateful for my parents and the healthcare system and all of the wonderful just medications that we have and all of the things that we have. So I have continued to work on the virtual doll convention. I have continued to make our plans for the coming year and the things that we're going to do with our virtual events and things like that. So no matter what, you guys, this isn't taking me down. This is just, when you get through these kind of things, it builds an extraordinary amount of character. I have always been a very empathetic person to people and to what they have to go through in life. I use that a lot in my writing, because I have been through a lot with my family and with my my mother's disease and having to take over the store and just process all of those feelings. And I put a lot of that on paper, and I'm very vulnerable with you guys because I feel like, why not? I feel like that's one of my strengths, where I can really connect with you, and I think that we can really understand each other and appreciate each other because of it. So I really appreciate you guys sharing your hearts with me and just letting it all out there too. So many of you share your hearts with me, and you share what's going on in your families, and it really means a lot, because what I told you guys in the beginning, at the beginning of our Beyond All Limits Beyond All Limits convention, is that, do you remember when I said that I believe at the core of everything, at the core, I believe that we are all the same. I think that we all come to this world with our different things that we want to do, and our different strengths and our different ways and our different platforms. So if, you know, my platform right now is this. It is the virtual convention. It is the doll shop and the different ways that I use to communicate. That's my platform. But if your platform is making things, or you work in a bakery, or you have your form of expression through doing hair, or whatever it is that your talent is, we all have our own platforms, and we all want to serve. And so by finding our ways to serve and finding our ways to connect, at the core of everything, we are all the same. And we all want to be loved, and we all want to have friendship and community and connections. And I understand that. And that's why I work so hard to create an environment of equality. And, you know, the water's warm. Come on in, everybody, because I don't care what you collect. I love all of the different things of this world. What I care about is that you feel supported, and you feel loved, and you feel appreciated for what you are trying to create. And I think what you are doing and what you are creating and you are investing your time into, and the wonderful different things that you are collecting and researching, I think it's all so incredibly important. So I care about human beings. I care about the beating hearts in the room. And once I know all those parts are taken care of, then we can go on adventures. And we have so many adventures to come, so many things to do. We have beaches to visit, and road trips to take, and classes to take, and all kinds of wonderful things to learn about and to share. And beyond all limits, nothing can stop us from doing those things. And so I wish you guys just such a beautiful Sunday, whether it's Easter, Passover, a beautiful day to just be alive and to celebrate being here. Thank you so much for being my friend, for supporting us through this, supporting my entire family, and to just be a friend. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. And I just want to leave you with that I am so, so grateful. We're on the road again. Yes, as Belen Curry just said, you're so sweet. And I'm just hope you guys have a beautiful day. I want you to know how much you are loved and appreciated by me, and the people that are out there, the healthcare workers, the people that are delivering mail, all of the essential workers, the people in the grocery stores. I am so glad that now you guys have a newfound appreciation by the world. You guys are heroes right now. I couldn't imagine trying to get food. I can get food. I can do different things. I can, get the materials I need. Thank you so much to the people that are still going out there doing their thing. And thank you to you for participating, for being there. I have not had to delete any comments. You guys are just so good. So hugs and love and everything. Big Easter bows, big pink Easter bows to you. And I hope you enjoy your Sunday. Let's think of fun ways to celebrate. I'm celebrating I'll post pictures of the whole thing, but I'm celebrating by putting on my pink dress you know, get looking pretty, doing what I like to do, putting my face on, as we like to say. David said, we'll see you tonight at the movies. That's right, you guys. Tonight in our virtual convention group, we have a double feature of Shirley Temple movies. We're going to watch Heidi, and then I believe it's Baby Take a Bow. So that'll be fun too. So let's control the things that we can control. Let's be grateful for the resources we have during the times of where things are out of our control. Let's continue to love each other and just do all the wonderful things. I am so incredibly proud of you and thankful for you. And you guys are absolutely amazing. Eloise said that dress makes me happy. Okay, let's see if I can, I don't know. Let's see if I can. It's kind of hard to show it. Oh well. I will, I'll take some full length photos and post them for you. Yeah, that's perfect. So it's a fun one. And thank you guys. Happy Easter. I love you to the moon and back. We have so much fun stuff to do and to come and, you know, do not give up. Don't you dare give up, you guys, because we have plans and we're going to do it together. All right. I will be back very soon. Enjoy your day. See you tonight at the movies if you're going to join us. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.